All right, what's going on, everybody? So we are back. This is the Hexcode Game Jam. This is called Parry Perry, and that's about it. That's all I can tell you. I've got a lot of stuff going on. This is the Hexcode Game Jam. If you don't know, the theme is going to be Dream, and this is the color palette I have to use. And I'm also going to stick this in the Godot Wild Game Jam because look, you can ignore the theme completely as a wild card. So that's the wild card I'm going to use. So we were just having an issue here that I've just fixed. So now player moves, at least like this is like, we can tweak this and make this where we want, but that's like, you know, it looks normal-ish, right? It's not terrible. You know, we've got some walls. And yeah, so anyway, that's cool, liking that. And so the problem here was that I was clamping velocity, and so it was clamping the y value as well and then changing it. And I thought that would be fine because we're clamping the y value and then re-changing the y value back to what we want right here. But I still don't fully understand why that doesn't work. But if I do this and just clamp the x of the velocity, then we're all good. I could just make this. So right now we're only calculating the import vector.x, right? But I might want to calculate an up or down. I don't know how this game's going to play out. So I'm going to leave it like this because then I can change that later on. And, you know, it's not too complicated. Oh, that could be an issue. Let's see that. Okay, so that's interesting. So this will go ahead and move us towards 0. But that's not what we want. I wonder if they have that in an int form. What's up? I got 2 viewers. Okay, so I want to look up, oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to look up, okay, so move toward, okay, good. There's a GD script one, which I'm assuming is going to be sweet. It moves a float to a float. So that's what we want. So it returns a value. Okay, so we're going to use that basically the same way. So we're going to say velocity dot x equals move toward velocity dot x oh, this needs to be just 0. There we go. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now what should happen is that we won't get like this abrupt. Oh, we still do. That was weird. Okay. So the problem is that we don't want that to happen while in the air. Or do we? I don't know. I don't know how much control I want to give them. No one's commenting. But it would be cool if you guys could tell me. Because, like, so when you're in a game, right, I don't like that, personally. That you can just do that and then just stop. But maybe that's what you want. Like, maybe you don't want to keep going after you take your thing off. It feels a little static to me, but I think what I am going to do is, at the very least, divide this by 2.0. Maybe even like 4. Okay, let's read that. Now there's quite a bit of skid, so I think 2 is probably going to be good. All right, now it's not nearly as harsh, but it's still not great. So I'm just going to make a new variable called deceleration. Okay, so constant deceleration equals, we'll do 30. Yeah, we'll do 30. that sounds about good. Maybe 35. We'll do 33. Okay. All right, so 33. So we're going to come down to it. And then rather than this, we'll change this to deceleration here. Deceleration. Save. Okay. So, ooh, is this thing almost dead? Yeah, that's almost dead, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. All right, so, yes. Now let's run it, see how we go. That's a lot of skid. I don't know if I want that much skid. Whatever. We'll get into like perfecting it, but I think that's solid, especially if I'm gonna have wall jumps and then you can also bounce off those things. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's all right for right now. Okay, so let's look at all this because this is a hell of a lot of things here. At this point, the jump force and max fall velocity are exactly the same, and that seems to be pretty good. We could make this like 1200. See how it looks. Quite like that, but I think I'm going to ding that down to 1100. Let's see. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. Okay, gravity feels good. Max fall speed, that sounds good. It's cool. Clamping Y-val to 5 here. Min 5, max 5. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really see why the min can't be 0, but that's fine. And we're clamping it. This is important, I think, is that we're clamping it before we press the jump, because otherwise it would clamp the jump force to 5. When we did that, so then we wouldn't jump. Velocity.y equals y-vel. .y equals y-vel. Okay, cool. And then we're just moving, sliding by our velocity here. Let's do this. So I think that just helps organize stuff together. And then we'll probably have like a, if is on wall and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to start adding some animations. Okay, so we've got this input vector and velocity currently. That's cool. Okay, so cool. Yeah, so in physics, an input vector is just the direction, whereas your velocity is the speed and direction. So that's why it makes sense for the velocity to be x and y and the speed, because then we have technically it is a vector plus a magnitude. This is the mumbo jumbo jargon bargain. Ooh, okay. So I think I want to start getting into adding some animations. So I have some animations here. So you can see here's a run animation I've got, and then if I go to jump horizontal, so that's what it looks like when he jumps, and then when he falls down from that, and then we've got an idle, which is pretty basic, and we've got a vertical jump, and then we've got a fall vertical. Okay. And there you go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is just add a, I forgot how to do these exactly. I think you add them from here, but there's an animation tree. Yeah, deprecated, okay. So I'm confused. No root animation node for the graph is set. Path to an animation and containing animations. Okay, tree root. Random player assign. Did that fix it? Doesn't look like it. That's weird. Hold the phone. Okay. Is it animation tree? Yeah. Google to the rescue, everybody. Okay. I used to know how to use these very well, but I've already forgot. Dude, I'd be down to play the Godot game with the Godot guy. Look at that little thing. That's kind of lit. Like, I would love somebody to just go hard and make like a sick little multiplayer game with the Godot bots. They could just beat the crap out of each other. That would be dope. Is a 3. Before starting, it must be made clear that an animation tree node does not contain its own animations. Instead, it uses animations contained in an animation player. This way you can edit your blah blah blah. Okay. Animation player. Yeah, the animation tree, is it not a child of the animation player? Or is it separate? Creating a tree. Types of nodes that can be used in animation tree. Where should you start? I would recommend you check out, I'm going to go check out one of his videos right now because it's just a much more streamlined way. This guy named Heartbeast. He makes really, really great tutorials for people that just like totally starts from the ground up. I think Godot is definitely what you're going to want to use. I think it's the easiest engine. The only problem is there's not as much just kind of content out there for Godot. So if you're someone who like doesn't really learn, but you're really trying to just like kind of, I want this, so I'm going to go find that, copy and paste it, put it in my game, go with Unity. But if you actually trying to understand like how to do this, learn a little bit, and then be able to make your own game, Godot is much easier to figure out and understand. And this guy's channel is a great way to do that. He's got this series right here, Make an Action RPG in Godot. From start to finish, he takes you like how to make this dope looking RPG, like basically Pokemon game. So I would definitely check him out. I'm a big fan. I am actually going right here because this is how I first learned to program in Godot. Was watching his videos. Although I already knew how to program in Python, so that might help you if you learn how to program in Python a little bit. I'm trying to just figure out exactly how to get the animation tree working because I know how to do it once we can add it correctly, but for some reason. Come on, senor. Okay, that's clearly not the best way to do this.
Side of our game now. We could get. How do we have?
Where the hell is the animation tree? Don't tell me you're not going to put the animation tree in this game.
Animation tree.
Oh yes, he's right. He's correct, everybody. Okay, there we go. He said animation.
A icon here in this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so now we're gonna. This is the tree. So the tree will allow us to just basically stick in.
And we get a lot of different structure to this animation tree.
I can't listen to people on normal speed. I don't know.
A lot of different options.
That's like funny because when I make YouTube videos, I'm thinking about the fact that like I only watch other people in 2x speed almost entirely.
Animation node state machine. And we don't have to worry about
that's how you do it, right?
They're not going to be useful for the project, but we're going to look them up in the documentation you can. We're going to focus on the new state machine. And once we click on that, we're going to get some more information down here, right? And it says the animation tree is inactive. Activate to enable playback. So that means we need to activate it here. There we go. And you can see we got some error messages here flying there. So let's click active. And so we get this special little area here. Well, what can we do with it, right? This is all kind of like excessive. It all seems a little bit excessive. Well, we're going to right click and we can add something into here. And so let's start by adding an animation.
Okay. Oh, we add a blend space 2D though, I believe. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. So here's how you do this. You don't do that. Do that, but don't do that. Okay. And we'll add an animation station. They sure blew it there, right? I mean, like, why would you not name it the animation station? Yeah, I watched Harvey Centers in the basics. Just making pixel art. Oh, dude, pixel art is trial and error. Like, do it forever. Like, if you saw my first 2 games, it's like it literally just takes time and doing stuff. Like, what I'd highly recommend is that you start with a smaller project and like try to do all the art for that game and just be okay. Don't really be okay with it being crappy, but like don't be like, I'm gonna do this until it's perfect type of deal. And then, you know, you kind of just get better and better. I'm still not fantastic, but like if you saw, here, I'll go to my itch real quick. Like this was my latest game. And like this is me. This is my pixel art after well, I mean I made that too. But this is my pixel art after like these guys. I mean, for one thing, we'll just play here. I'm not even gonna really play. I'll do a little something so I can show you. So I drew all this pixel art. So I made you know, this base, I made this gun, and the earth, the stars, I mean, are just pixels. But then I also made this whole background, all these enemies, the shadows. I mean, dude, it's like, yeah, I don't know. So my advice to you is just do it. Like, just like, you know, start going for it. If you don't have any software, I think Krita, Krita, is probably like the best free software. Oh, I have a notification. Oh, he's the, okay. Yeah, do a game jam. Do like a small beginner game jam. Oh, really? Oh, you have game? I've never like programmed for a month on a game yet. Well, I guess that game I just showed you took me that long, but that was a tough game. Tower defense games are tough. Okay, so new animation blend tree. I usually get these to work pretty well for me, except that was the right one, right? I'm not tripping. I want this. So blend space 2D? Is that what we're using? No. We want a blend tree, or no state machine. That's what we want. There we go. Okay. Immediate. What does sync mean? I don't know what sync means, but that's probably good. Okay. Godot animation tree. We're done with this. Just want to look at the docs real quick and see if it explains. Okay, so there we go. We'll switch to the next state immediately. The current state will end and blend into the beginning of the new one. Oh, that's perfect. We'll switch to the next state immediately, but we'll seek the new state to the playback position of the old state. I'll do immediate, and if it looks bad, I'll try it out, because this is what I've done before. So to this, oh yes, gotta do active, and I think, okay, yeah. Pattern animation player node containing animations is not set. There we go. Now will you let me enable it? There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to set this to physics, I think. Yeah, I'm going to set it to physics. Cool. We're in the parameters here. What do we got under there? Playback. Okay, cool. Okay, right click. We're going to add a new blend space 2D. And we'll call this idle. Right. Add blend tree. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. No, it's not, is it? Is better animate player sprite with keying position and stuff, or frame by frame? When I did all my pixel art stuff, I found it easier to just draw it, but it's actually, like, it depends what kind of pixel art game. So like if you want a pixel art game that's traditional, where like the movements are actually through pixels, I don't really know how to explain that. Like in Godot, because when you make a pixel art game, right, like in actuality, the screen is like 300 pixels. It's like this freaking big, and so it's blowing it up. So you're actually not at 300 pixels. You're actually at like, 1,000 pixels. So every pixel, you can actually rotate pixels now because each pixel is made out of lots of pixels, if that makes any sense. So that's how, like, in that game there, see how this space gun, even though it's pixels, is rotated? It's because the Godot is actually sampling it at like a few thousand pixels, so I can rotate them. So you could easily get away with just making it and then doing it like how I did here, where you can see right here, I basically chopped this up into pieces. We've got a torso and 2 legs, and then I did like run, and then you basically just, you can see him running right now. What the hell? There we go. So you can see that what I did here is like key the position of each body part, which I think you're talking about. So you could do that, and it would probably look fine, but I actually don't want that to happen though. Okay. Okay. I guess we should probably. No, this isn't what I wanted. Where the hell's the other one? That's not what I wanted either. I'm super bummed that he stopped working on this game because I actually was in the alpha. I played the alpha and it was really dope. He's actually got some cool pixel art tutorials, although I don't know. He's pretty good. He's got an interesting style to him though. I think Pixel Pete is a cool resource too, as well as there's one other dude who's a really cool resource. Brian. Let's see. I can find him relatively quickly because I put him in, I believe it was this one.
From the Century Inventor and Sniper.
I think it was this one then.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my second devlog for my entering the game on GameDev. So for the enemies, let's first talk about design. If you watched my last devlog, you'll remember this. So it actually took me quite a while to get from the sketch to, in fact, I learned.
Here we go. Brandon James career. This guy, I haven't watched his videos in a while, because I stopped doing pixel art. But this guy is a great resource. He's also just fun to watch, and you can see how he does it, and he kind of explains his process here. It's so cool. He uses Photoshop. I mean, you can really use anything. It's pixel art, which is the great part. You know what I mean? It's not too complicated. I would say Aseprite is nice if you don't really know like a bunch about photo editing software and like all the different types of things that you have to deal with, like anti-aliasing and softening and stuff like that, and you know how to transform by nearest neighbor. It's really not that complicated, but it's stuff that like when you don't know what they are, it takes you a while to figure out. I use Affinity Designer, which is you have to pay money, but it's a one-time fee of $25, and then you own it for life. So, and you can of course do vector art, animations, like everything. It's dope. So I would highly recommend that.
We'll start simple, okay? So let's add our idle animation. Our animation transition. Click that, switch back to select, and go over and have a transition. Let's right click on this tree. If we are on this transition, we'll turn it on this between the if to switch to connect nodes instead of the select, and we can click and drag back and have it back. You can actually
how do people listen to people?
This transition actually happens.
How do you guys listen to me?
These two animations are set up to loop, right? And so that's why it's not actually transitioning, because our idle is just set up to loop. If you set up auto advance, let's click on this transition, we'll set up auto advance as well, and it's going to immediately advance between the two instantly, right? And that looks really weird. But if we set up our idle, then it would play the idle. Let's turn off the auto advance on this transition. We'll turn it on this one right here. So what happens? We play our run right, and then it automatically advances to this one. But you can change the switch mode. So let's say we wanted to switch at end. Now if we play our run right, once the animation ends, it will automatically switch to our idle right. And I'm showing you this not because we're going to be using this necessarily, but just so you can get an idea of what all these like the directions for. Just call this all of the different.
He uses blind space. He does this, but I'm wondering how you would switch.
Bottom, and then come over here to the right. And we'll do idle right. And then we got a big triangle now, right? I'm gonna come down here to the bottom and do idle up. Okay, what this does is it creates, so you can see we're on a grid, and we've created these points on the grid. And even though it doesn't look this way, if we drag this over, this grid is actually one high, -1, -1, and 1. But doesn't that sound awfully familiar, right? Remember when we were setting up the input vector? So we're right there, so we're using, so plain. And so if we come with it, getting an animation that is physics or the little dots and stumps be playing. Make sure that the root is actually playing. And then
okay, I'm just gonna go for it. So yeah, so I was just making sure that I was using. Why can't I do this? Oh, because it's the only one. I don't know if this is an animation. If this is a blend space. Add blend space 2D. There we go. Now I can delete you. Okay, here's the blend space 2D. This is going to be idle. And then I'm going to add another blend space 2D. And this is going to be called running. And then I'll add one more. And this is going to be called falling. Okay, and that should be all we need for right now. Oh, we probably need jumping, don't we? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll get into this idle one here. Who knows why that is there? Should be 0 and 0. Okay. Don't do this to me. Like, why on earth would you think that? Oh, I see. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Root. Idle. Scheisse. I don't think that really affects me that much, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Do this one more time. So this is, we're just setting up the animations right now. This is like, okay. Gotta go feed the dog. You're a liar. Okay. Okay. Oh, you can do state machines inside of state machines? Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. Because, yeah, I think I just don't know it enough, but I think that's what I should probably be doing. Anyway, let's make this idle. I'm going to go in here. No triangles exist and no blending contiguous. Why is this not dead set on 0, 0? That bothers the cock out of me. Anyway. Okay, so basically an idle, we don't need an entire triangle here. But I think you have to make one essentially. Can I do that somehow? Not gonna let me do it, is it? I thought there was a way to set this equal to 0. Okay, so we want this one. Okay. Okay. So we actually don't need an idle because we're only doing one idle. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll get the idle animation working first. So I really think I should put this. Okay. Okay, so we only want to idle when our velocity.x is equal to 0, so we can check for that rather easily, right? So we can say if velocity.x equals 0, yeah, it should equal, yeah, it does equal exactly 0. Okay, we're gonna do animation play. Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's grab these bad boys. Okay. On ready var, animation player equals animation. No, dude. There we go. Animation player. Oh, because it's in there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we'll call, I'll even just call this one the animated skeleton. Okay. Ah, it fucked up the path. activate it. There we go. Okay. That's good to know. It's weird that it uses a path system like that. Okay. Okay, so if velocity.x equals 0, we're going to do animation. Oh, of course. Now this doesn't work. All right. Okay, animated skeleton, animation player. Animation player dot play, and then, oh, there you go, idle. Okay, and what do we also want to check for? We want to check, I think we'll check it right here, but we want to make sure he's facing the way of our last input. So if we checked, yeah, so right here we could do that. So we'll check the input vector, and we'll say if input vector dot x is greater than 0, yeah. If it is greater than 0, because that would be to the right. Yes, if it's to the right, that's 1. It's to the left, that's -1. Okay, so if it's greater than 0, do we need a facing left? We'll just do it, and then maybe I'll get rid of it. Facing left equals false. False. Else facing left true. Okay, and then we're not going to just flip the sprite. What we're actually going to do is do animated skeleton equals animated skeleton, and we're just gonna do right here animated skeleton dot transform dot x equals -1, and then if we do this, that equals 1. Okay, now this might actually work. Let's see. Maybe we'll run into something, but yep, already an issue. Without set index x on trans. Does it need to be a float? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't access my dock. Oh, it's because it's fucking, why is it over there? I guess that makes sense. Force quit. Quit you. Oh my god, I got a lot of crap open, don't I? Whew, man. It's a good thing I got 64 gigs of RAM, huh? Cool. Okay. I am actually quite interested. How are we doing? So this is a new Mac, and it has 64 gigs of RAM. I'm currently using 28.4. How? I couldn't tell you. I literally could not tell you how I'm using that much RAM. Yeah, I don't buy it. Like, I think something is happening. Because, like, how? Tell me how this adds up to 28 gigabytes of RAM. Like, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, like, I don't know. There's got to be something going on that I don't know about. But anyway, okay. So, animated skeleton. Go to Parry. And we'll click on this bad boy. Transform. Oh, we need to go transform.scale. Okay. Whoopsies. Oh no, we don't even need to do transform. Do scale. Scale. Okay, there we go. Now let's give it a shot. It's playing idle. Smooth, baby. It's something. We're getting there. The game already feels 10 times better, just that tiny bit of animation in there. Okay. So, okay, now we actually have to do some complicated stuff, such as running. So this is a blend space 2D, and we're going to just go ahead and make a triangle that uses our input vector. Input vector? We'll use our velocity. I guess we could use our input vector. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, we've got that. So this one. Put 1. B 1.1. Okay, and then we can. Whoa. It's my dogs. Beanie, come here, baby. Okay, so we're gonna add animation, and we're gonna add run. Oh, we actually don't even need to do this for running, dude. We don't need to do this for like most of our animations. Yeah. Hey, hey, Beanie. Ooh. It works. I'm telling you, it's magic. Come here. Come here. Come here, Bubbaloo. Oh. Here we go. This is Beanie. She hates kisses. But hopefully she loves Daddy. So I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I could... So X is this, right? Okay, so add animation idle. I'm gonna do add animation run. Add animation run. Okay, so I'm so confused on how this thing works.
It is active.
I've done this before, but I'm forgetting.
And right, and why did we switch up and down? Well, basic. So okay, and then we'll say on an animation, and we'll do idle left.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's doing
here to the top point, and I'm gonna throw you for a loop here. We're gonna do idle down. I'm gonna come over here to the right, and we'll do idle right. And I'm like, oop, we got a big triangle now, right? I'm gonna come down here to the bottom, and do idle up. It doesn't look this way if we drag this over. This grid is actually one high, -1, -1, and 1. Doesn't that sound awfully familiar, right? Remember when we were setting up the input vector? That sounds a lot like the input vector, right? Based on because you can see it doesn't line up, but that's okay. We can work with this. Now, if we switch back to our select mode and we move this cursor around, let's see. We got to switch our blend here to the little dot. So we'd be setting our player. Let's click on our animation tree. It is active. And I did set up our animations, right? Oh, maybe our root's not actually playing. But yeah, make sure that the root is actually playing, and then come back into edit. And now, if we move this around.
Yeah. Well, okay. We can do that to test. Huh? Let's go root. Set running to playing. Go edit here, and we'll do this guy. Whoa, is it like partially playing it? Wow, it's really slow, isn't it? Whoa! That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. That's so crazy. Wow. So like if you just barely do it, it just barely runs like a walk. That's epic. I can't believe that. I can't believe that, dude. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm excited. So, what is it? Why is it setting a thing? How do can I double click it or right click it? I remember there was a way to like quick set this back, but I do want to change these guys Oopsies. Can I do this somehow? It's not snapping to where it needs to be. That's okay. Okay, and then we'll go to this tool. I want to change this guy back to, just make this -1. Okay, I'll make this guy 1. That's crazy. It changes the speed at which it plays these. Animation player, it should be, so it's playing this at 3, but for some reason it doesn't want to play those at 3 times speed here. Ah, that's how you do this. Okay, so property. So we need animation tree here. So here's how you do this. So we go, and we get rid of this. Oh, that's gonna be a pain, isn't it? Because I don't really want a... Okay. So the problem I just realized is that we're going to have a y velocity. Oh, no. Yeah, this will still work. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab one more on-ready var here. I'm going to put it right here. On-ready var. Animation tree equals animation tree. Okay. Cool. And then what we're gonna do right here, I guess. We only need the X, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna say animation tree. You know what? I think I'm gonna shorten that to anim tree. So anim tree dot, as it set, we could do this. Parameters. Okay, so this is, I really wish you could like do something like, so parameters running blend underscore position. So we got parameters running blend underscore position, and we're going to set it to input vector dot x. Okay. All right, let's see. ¿Por qué no? Okay, we got some stuff in the debugger here. Argument delta is never used in the function. That's cool. Move and transition value. This is never captured. Okay, ignore it. Okay, so that's not what we're looking for. So I think this is working, but I don't think we're playing. Why is that? I think he actually had the same issue.
You can come up in.
Remember this.
Animation, run left. Up here, add animation, run up. There we go. And manipulate the blend. Click on select again. There, the blend bit access only equal to it. And get to blend position. Being idle. Capital typos in this is tree.set is approved. And we're going
okay, so he's doing what I did. That's good.
That way we can just switch to the different animations and inside of code, and I'll show you how to do that next. And the blend position will be properly set up. So if we run our game now, what you'll see is that our character apparently doesn't actually update at all. So let's check here.
Same deal, bro.
One of the animation plays on load. So if we select this one right here, selector idle, you can click the little A icon here, and this will automatically play that animation on start when the game starts. Let's run the game again, and there we go. And now, we're having some issues here with our left and right. It works in multiple directions, but then struggles with left. Let's check our animation for moving left. Where's idle left? Oh, we have run right set up as our auto animation. We want to turn that off, definitely.
Okay. So, go to animation tree. Click this. Okay, now let's give this a shot. Why? Why? Okay. No tiene sentido. Yo creo que es estúpido. Okay. So we are animation tree set parameters running blend position input vector dot x. Okay. That's why. Let's do this. It's because I'm surprised we haven't gotten a warning or anything about that. But okay, so it's working. But the problem with this is that I guess there's several problems with this. Okay. Interesting. It's supposed to play much faster, which is also part of the deal here. So we'll see. Maybe I won't be using an animation tree. Me gustaría. I would like to. Okay. Playback. Running. Nothing we can do there. Process mode, physics, active on. Okay, let's do. Fuck me. That's not what I want to do. Okay. A note to be used for advanced animations in an animation player. Okay. Speed, nope. Rate, nope. Okay, that's not good. So I have these in, when I go into here, I mean, I could change them to just be faster, right? That actually wouldn't be tremendously hard to do, but I've already got them all set up. Click default build time. So yeah, why is it not using the playback speed of the animation player to play these? This is my question. If I set this to physics, so I highly doubt it, but maybe that'll do it. Nope. All right, well then I'm just gonna not use the animation tree for running, and that was a good learning experience. I'll probably use it for other stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to use it for falling. Oh, god damn it, dude. That too. Hold on. There we go. You need to use a blend tree inside the blend tree, add your animation, and a timescale. And the proposal site, somebody has a similar problem. In order to help you, it would be nice to have more information. Okay, this guy's stupid. Yeah, guy's stupid. No, please, just relax. Just relax. Oh, you got stinky breath, but I love it. Oh, this is my answer. Oh my god. inside it, you can set a timescale. Now you can access the timescale variable from the script. Yeah, here's a few videos. Alejandro. Ochoa! This poor guy. Dude, no way, he made this game? That looks lit. Dude, I love that animation style. I was playing. Yeah, I don't want it to play. But I love that animation style, like kind of cartoony 3D. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's like Borderlands. So sick. Okay, so we will probably need to use it for falling, but I think for running, we should actually be fine using the animation player here. So let's see if I can... There we go. Okay. If velocity.x = 0, animation player.play idle. Oh yes, and this is, we only want this to do when on the ground, and we also only want that we can actually do this. Else animation player dot play run. That'll work. And so we'll only be playing this while on the ground, which is nice. Okay, and let's see that. That should work. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do this instead of that. Let's see. Oh wait, yeah, because now we're doing by the input vector, so we actually don't need that. Say if input vector dot x = 0. Maybe I'll make like a slide animation, but I do like this better than that. But we now, we got a nice little run here. The run, I think I might, this is just a small thing I probably shouldn't be working with right now, but I think I want this to be a little more overt throughout all of this. Is there any way to select the torso in all of these? Okay, and then if I go to torso here, and then I set this to -10. Does that work? No, it didn't. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. What if just on the contact poses I made it -10? I mean, I can do this because it's going to work. So yeah, in animation, this is called contact. be -10. Key that, and then this one would also be -10. Key that, and then we can. I don't think I like that, but let's see. I could make it, I don't need it to be much more aggressive. Anyway, I like that, that's solid. Okay, so we'll do with that for now. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of stuff. Thanks for just, hi, ACB Games. Hey, Makey Ma, what's going on? Ugh. Sorry I didn't see you. Okay, so this is pretty cool. If you're wondering what I'm doing, this is for the Hexcode Game Jam. And yeah, this is going to be a little game where you're essentially, this is Perry. He's Perry the Dreamcatcher, and there's going to be little guys up top thinking like demons or something, throwing down bad dreams and good dreams, and the angels, okay, that could work. Yeah, I haven't really gotten that far yet. Essentially, you're going to jump and you're going to have to do different things to either kick back the bad dreams and like accept the good dreams, I think. And then on screen, eventually I'm going to have somebody sleeping. So you're like basically the dream catcher protecting that kid. Okay, but yeah, so we got these. Now we just need falling to work. Okay, so that's actually fine because what we see happening there is that once we're in the air, it's no longer doing that. So only being on the ground is controlling these animations. So if we're not on the ground, we should be able to do a little something like this. I might change the animations to its own function because this is getting a little bit messy here. Okay. Or on ground is on floor. So if not on ground, we want to be falling essentially, unless we're touching a wall. Okay, and then we're basically going to do this. Yeah, so eventually this is going to be a little bit more complicated, but right now this is going to work just fine. So if input underscore vector dot x equals 0, play. Oh, but do I want that way? I think we're going to do this one velocity dot x. When we're not going to play idle. We want to play fall vert. And here we're going to play fall horizontal. Okay, now let's give that a shot. Oh, it's only supposed to play it once. Kind of looks like I'm like clicking my heels together. That's not what I'm going for. What is that? Okay, so I think I know why that's happening. It's because we're calling this play function several times. So we only want this to happen once. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. Because if we go to Parry and we go to the animation player, you can see that if I go over to these horizontal functions, they only play once and then they stop. So that might be a little harder than the jump. So I'm just going to do the jump. We're going to stick the same code right inside here. Okay, and I want this to go right there. So go there. Okay, we're not going to play idle anymore. We are going to play jump vert. We are going to play jump, oopsies. Jump horizontal. And this is actually also wrong because it's not just not on ground. We want to make sure we're actually falling. So I think this will work. Hey, you can use current animation or use var bool, so yeah. Oh, thanks, dude. I actually, yes, that is dope. Current animation. Okay, true. I could say if current animation equals this. Nice. Thank you, dude. That would have taken me a little bit of time to figure out. All right, let's see if the jumps work though. Didn't look like they're playing. Do I have to stop it in order to play those guys? Hey. Like if I get rid of this, I wonder if it'll work. Oopsies. He's just gonna fall forever. Forever. Oh shit. Hello?
Can you come get me?
Wait, I thought you had a meeting at 4.
It's online.
But then we can't go to the store.
I know, I'm right outside the apartment. I don't have my...
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll come grab you.
I'm with my dogs because I have to walk them. I have to walk Jody now.
Yeah, I will, I'll come out there with you. Alright, bye. Okay, I gotta go, unfortunatamente. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you, 3bood Pro. You helped me today, good sir. Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna stream again today, but I'll probably stream again tomorrow. We'll see.